getting a look at the most famous building in Foxborough. Opened in 2002, it's Gillette Stadium. Coming up, we have a good one for you between the Detroit Lions and the New England Patriots.
Andres Borregales to kick off.
Andres Borregales ready to get us started. And we're off from Foxborough. Chooses to bring this one out. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10. First get on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Great work there to evade the tackle, but the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there.
The tackle made by Kevin Byard. No gain on the play.
This is Gibbs on second down.
And 10 at the 22-yard
yards
line.
past the line. Kevin Byard there to bring it down.
That's a run that's home on the stat sheet where you can see a bigger play on the ground.
Gain on the play.
Largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third and long, they're going to throw. And they are finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that first down.
We just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. And that yardage really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs. A little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. In off to Gibbs from the gun. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
Third and long for him here.
Third down.
And his throw is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. No time to make that pass. Lucky he got rid of it at all, bro. It's fourth down.
Fourth down.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and third downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
On fourth down, gone. That one complete to St. Brown. And he gets home. Touchdown, Detroit.
St. Brown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
Detroit.
scoring from 46 out. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ. I'm going to guess so until that defense proves they can stop it.
Patriots
that one
nothing.
splits the uprights. And they jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for first and 10. They'll run it with Travion Henderson. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway.
know, Kate, I think one thing we've clearly learned about the analytics of this game at the NFL level, explosive plays matter. And to get one on the opening series, that has got to feel good for this offense.
That one right down the middle. And they answer in kind. We're tied 7-all. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
George on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Off to the air now. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the
2nd
32-yard
down.
line.
Complete left side. It's just long. Met there, and the contact takes him to the sideline. It's going to be about a 22-yard gain. It is 1st down Detroit.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Lions 1st down.
From the pistol, it's Gibbs. And he gets about 6 there. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop.
40-yard line.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
That one's incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
And 4 yards to go.
Goff finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And he's taken down at the 30.
Complete
It's a
to
gain of 11
Jameer
there. That
Gibbs.
picks up the 1st.
A gain of
Offense up to
11
the
on
line
play.
fast.
1st down, Detroit.
Goff setting the throw. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
1st down, Lions.
From the red zone now. Hits his running back. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Both teams neck and neck so far. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. We're all set to bring you the 2nd quarter. Lions well within striking distance. A 2nd down throw from Goff. Well, was caught. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Game limited to a number. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's
3rd down run by Gibbs. And the run will not work. He is soft at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
Christian Barmore on the
Timeout
stop.
taken by the Patriots.
No
They're 1st and
gain
3.
on the play.
And they'll have
It's
2
now
left to work
4th
with here in
down.
the 1st half. Offense isn't moving here. They are going for this on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. Goff. That's complete to Slow. And across the line he goes.
Complete to Isaac
Touchdown
to
Lions.
Slaw. Touchdown,
Isaac to
Detroit.
Slaw. Scoring there on the 10th play of that drive. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field
The
goals
kick
aren't
is
going to
good.
cut it. So that's great work to make
Makes
sure
the
they
score
finish
Lions
with 6
14,
points.
Patriots 7.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So 1st down from the 41. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. He's going to be hit there, and they're going to take him out of bounds after a gain of 11. And that's
It's
a
a gain of
Patriots
11.
first down.
And the
Sure
Patriots
seems like he knew
first down.
exactly what he wanted, and he got it,
First
going
and 10
right where
at
he
the
wanted to with the ball
47-yard
off the
line.
snap.
Here's May. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as
It
that one
leads to
falls
second and
incomplete this
10.
first half so far. Well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
This is Henderson on second down. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down.
Levi Onwuzurike on the stop. A 2-yard loss brings up third down and 12.
Here's May to the air. But he is still hit as he let that one go. Great work by the defender affecting that pass. That's going to bring around fourth down. Third down, Brock. You knew that pressure was coming, and sure looked like he was lucky to even get a throw away on that play.
That rush was coming to flat out end that drive.
Yeah.
And it did.
Now May on fourth down. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
It's a turnover.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. Gibbs now from the gun. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Ryan ball carrier.
Goes to the hurry up here.
Tackled by Christian Gonzalez. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 48-yard line.
Off to pass now on second down. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Just 1 minute, 55 seconds left as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Gillette after this. First and 10 from the 32.
Black 20!
Another one for Gibbs. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He
Gibbs,
fought
the
through
ball
that
carrier.
one stop, but only
Taken
managed to get
down
back to the line of
right at
scrimmage.
the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the Patriots' 32-yard line.
4 down.
On second down, Goff. And he's going to be taken down back at the 39. Now we're going to have a timeout by Cleveland. It's second. It'll take a moment to wonder what the call's going to be on third down.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the first half, but hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. A little bit of help with the penalty, but still quite a daunting third down for him here. Goff back quick hitter. And he's not going to challenge for that first down.
Complete
He's
to
taken down
Jahmyr
short
Gibbs.
of the line to gain after he
A
picked up 5.
5-yard pickup. It's now 4th down.
Hey, go down. Go, go, go. Hold on. Check.
4th down, Goff throwing. It's on target to Williams. And they rally to him quickly, but he's got an 11-yard
Complete
gain,
to
Brock. That's enough to
Jamison
convert this
Williams.
4th down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Detroit.
Super one.
On first down, it's Gibbs. Got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down.
Marcus
A
Jones
dose of the
on the
hurry-up
tackle.
offense here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 13-yard line.
Throwing is gone. And he's going to score. Touchdown,
Complete
Detroit.
to Sam Laporta.
Sam Laporta
Touchdown,
in from
Detroit.
13 yards out. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat
The
for
kicker
them
on for the
offensively,
point
Brock.
after.
As, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up
His
here in
kick
this booth
is
because
good.
you're exactly right. Offensively,
Makes
this
the
is
score
just
Lions
machine.
21,
Surgical.
Patriots
Defensively,
7.
you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So first down from the 41.
Hey, here goes up. Hey, what's up? Hey, fire.
May. That one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
Kyle Williams.
He was searching for Kyle Williams that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
and 10.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Now the Patriots calling their 3rd and final timeout.
13 yards on the
And
play.
that's all they've got for what little
That's
remains of
good
this
for
half.
Patriots. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
May now. Puts some air under it deep down the left. He lays up for it and makes the catch.
It's a pickup of 44 yards.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short
First
break.
and goal
More of
at
the
the
NFL
2-yard
on
line.
EA Sports in just a moment. Shades of the 2009 Super Bowl. They're going onside kick to begin the second half. And no luck, the Patriots are there to recover. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Recovered by the
I'm getting the feeling
Patriots.
somebody had a dark roast, something pretty bold to drink this morning, Brock, because 3rd quarter, onside kick, not sure that was on any of their play sheets. Any of the analytics had that as the call right there.
So you go coffee, I actually go to the meeting room tomorrow. And I think about that special teams coach who's got to answer to his head coach. And just what were we thinking here with this decision? Because the other side, they were more than prepared for it, and now they put their defense up against it.
And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Offensive line
It's
fast.
a gain of 18. And the Patriots first down.
Here's at the call.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Crazy.
Made a throw it. Taken in by Williams outright.
Mays
And they make the
pass.
stop as that play reaches the
Complete to
14-yard
Kyle
line.
Williams.
Working
8
quickly here.
yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Lions' 14-yard line.
Here's May on 2nd. Setting up the screen with Henderson. And he gets the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give him a chance.
Good.
That one splits
Makes
the
score
uprights.
Lions 21.
And that cuts the lead to 7.
14.
Well, still a full quarter left and down only a score, but here comes an onside kick.
Kickoff for New England.
Patriots had a shot at
The
it.
onside
And
kick
got it.
is recovered by the
Well, partner, we still got a
Patriots.
full quarter left, but surprised them with the onside kick here. And to their credit, they got the ball back.
I think even the most progressive coaches in the past would have never made that call. But we're seeing this more and more. Teams becoming more aggressive by the year, especially, Kate, when they're trailing in the game, doing what they think they've got to do to get...
Touchdown, New England!
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
The extra point.
And after by Borealis is up and good. And we are tied at 21.
At 21 apiece. Andy Borregales to kick off for
We've
New
got a tie
England.
ball game now as they send this away. Dortch now to return it. Things going well so far. And some excellent
Dortch
field position
on the
awaiting them.
return.
That return up close to the...
First and 10 at their
We've
own
got ourselves a
38-yard
heck of a
line.
tie ball game, but maybe not for long after that return. Got one side clearly responding well to this pressure. Question is, some of those kicking team guys now running to play defense, how do they respond after giving up that big return late?
Hey, go down! Hey, 76! 76! 76!
Off to the air now. It's to Williams over the middle. This is going to be a big game, Brock. He's tackled after about 21 yards. And that's going to give the Lions the first down.
And the Lions first down.
Hold on. Break player. We go, 76! 76!
Here's Goff. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
St. Brown.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came
It's
away
now
with a
second
huge
and
play.
10.
Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And this will only complicate matters for third down partner. There's some backwards. Working quickly here.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's third down.
They'll air it out on third. This one to Williams out left side. And this is going to go for a gain of 6, but it's not enough. Defense doesn't let him get past that. And it's fourth
A
down.
gain of 6 yards on the play. Brings up fourth down.
Hey, lift!
Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're first to 3. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Six yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this.
Cut! 180! 12!
Goff setting to throw. That's cut beyond the marker. And they stop him. He's marked down along that
Complete to
18-yard
Isaac
line.
to Slaw.
How about
A gain of
19 yards
19
on fourth
yards.
down, partner? And the call
First
to go
down,
for it pays
Lions.
off. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
We go tonight! Wait, attack!
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And good forward, about 5 yards
Jahmyr
looks like.
Gibbs, the
It's
ball
second down
carrier.
now.
He was brought
Nothing too
down at
fancy
the
there. That is
13-yard
just some
line.
good
A
physical
gain of
football
5
from a
brings
back
up
who
second
knows how to
and
read his
5.
blocks, Kate, keep himself square, and go get those tough yards.
Inside the final minute of our third quarter.
We go tonight! 180! Super!
second down. He brings it in. And he will score. Touchdown,
Complete to
Lions.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Touchdown,
First
Detroit.
return scored. Now he's got a receiving one, too. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd
The
be on the
kicker
comeback
on
trail
for
right
the
now
extra
if it
point.
wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first one.
And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the second half. Boy, this is catching all of us off guard. They're going for the onside kick here. And no luck. The Patriots are there to recover.
The onside
They get there to
kick
take
is
him down
recovered
right
by
around
the
the 41.
Patriots.
Each of these guys on this hands team, well, they're handpicked, no pun intended, for the assignment. And they need the guys out there who could always be relied on to go bring in that onside kick without incident.
So first down from the 41. To throw, here's May. Short pass brought in. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Offense in a hurry up here.
19 yards. That's good for a Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
May looking to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes off. And they answer. Touchdown, Patriots. Drake May. That is his third in this second half.
Patriots.
Regalis on for the extra point.
Regalis on for the extra point.
This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they'll take the lead.
Makes the score Patriots 28, Lions 27.
Boy, this is catching all of us off guard. They're going for the onside kick here.
Regalis to kick off for New England.
And no luck. The Lions there to
Onside
recover.
kick recovered by the Lions.
These numbers, Kate, they're pretty clear. It's hard to recover these onside kicks. Nice job there by the fielding team, but you see why the rules committee, right, the competition committee constantly searching for maybe new creative ways, because it is just so hard to get that ball when the other team's prepared for the onside kick.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
First play of the drive, Brock. You always tell me that's always the start of a new battle. And the defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right? You got to now put yourself in a manageable third down after lack of execution on first.
To the right, he's got to Slaw. They track him down finally as this play goes for about 20. And that's going to be a Lions first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down,
And we won't
Detroit.
have another snap. That is the end of our third quarter. It's Lions ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Back for the start of the fourth quarter, and they're going to start here with a first and 10. Goff. Gets made left side by Laporta. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line.
Complete to
Moving
number
quickly,
87,
trying to get set
Sam
again.
Laporta. It's a gain of 10. And the Lions
Looking inside
first
the red
down.
zone. This is Cox. He's inside the 10. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit!
Complete to
Sam Laporta. First
Touchdown,
return score, and now
Detroit.
he's got a receiving one, too. I'll try for 2. Goff gets his Lions set.
The Lions will set up for the two-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Put the
The
body on the
two-point
line for
conversion
his
is
team.
successful and makes the
Well, he
score
just caught them
Lions
the touchdown,
35.
Brock. Defense
Patriots
obviously
28.
aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Crazy! Crazy! Here! Hey, what's up? Five.
Throwing is May. Gets everything he has under this one. Coming in the goal line. He has the New England touchdown. Kyle Williams. First to return return score. Now he's got a receiving one, too. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. This is good. So this game now hanging on every possession, Brock, just like we like it. We're tied up here in the fourth. Oh, look at this. Look at this. They've tied it up, and now they're putting the game on the line with an onside kick. And no luck. The Lions there to recover.
Recovered by
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. On the ground. It's a give to Gibbs. And the Takers ahead for 7. We've got 7 and 3 now.
That run may not have gotten you a first. Sure, nice little run to set the table.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Goff tosses it quickly out wide. Defense gets there after a gain of 5.
Complete
It is first down Detroit.
Williams.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10.
What? Playing.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag.
180.
Goff back to throw. Oh, there's another one to Williams. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
Pass.
Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
We've reached the 2-minute warning
First down,
in Foxborough.
Detroit.
Lions going for the win here. Offense is set. 1st and 10. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
We go tonight. 120.
And he's going to take a knee. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Multiple ways to attack. Here's 2nd and long.
We go. 180.
They'll toss it to Gibbs. Has a big hole left. Room inside the 10. Gets to space right side. Down to the 10. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space, like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and in what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
Now Dan Campbell with that clock running down. Yeah, he decides to call timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. Now pitch to Gibbs. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, who are going to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometimes as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it. You because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
The play clock runs out. This will be a delay. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Getting in their own way, Brock, as they'll line this up 5 yards further back for second and goal. They pitch it out to him here. And he breaks the tie. That's going to win him this game, Brock. Touchdown!
Detroit. The kicker
Absolutely
on for the point
clutch
after.
score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution.
The
The moment
good.
not too big for any
Makes
of
the
them.
score
They cashed in
42.
when it really mattered.
Patriots 35.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. He's got the squiver. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the
Marcus
30.
Jones on the return. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10.
Crazy. Where was that? Hey, what's that?
Setting up to pass. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9
Pass.
seconds left.
Intended for
Kyle Williams, the intended receiver.
Incomplete.
And now it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10
That's what I
at
call
the 30-yard
complimentary
line.
defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Just about done here. Only 9 seconds remaining.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
He'll look to throw it. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. Now a timeout is called, and they're going to have to set up for
It's a
one
gain of
final heave
23
towards that end
yards.
zone.
And the
There's 5
Patriots
seconds left now,
first
possibly
down.
their final effort here.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here he is to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. It's intercepted. That will do it. Chuck Clark has it. And the Lions make one final massive play, and that finishes the win. So the Lions get the win on the road. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception, Brock, and officially end this game. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Lions, as with that, we'll sign off from New England.